So really quickly, we're going to go over the ways that you can quickly become a member of Navy Federal Credit Union if you are not already a member. It's very simple, very easy. There's a couple ways that you can do it. You can do it online or you can do it by calling in. They're just going to ask you a few questions. I'm going to talk about that right now. So if you don't already know, Navy Federal Credit Union was created for members of the military, but you can get into Navy Federal Credit Union even if you have not been in the military. So you can become a member if you have any military affiliation, such as family members like parents, grandparents, and children who have been in the military or who are currently in the military. So even if they are deceased, you can still become a member of Navy Federal Credit Union. You will just have to give them the branch of the military that they were in when they ask you that information. And that could be done either online or over the phone. Now, another way is if you have a roommate that lives in your house that has previously been in the military or is a current member of Navy Federal, they can provide you with an access code. So this is how you become a member of Navy Federal Credit Union online. You'll go to navyfederal.org and then you'll click on membership. It'll take you to this page. You'll click on the join button. You will also need to make sure that you have your ID as well as your social, home address, and a credit card or bank account to fund your checking and or savings account. Really quickly, here are the types of checkings accounts that they offer. So they have the active duty checking account that's free. They also have the free easy checking. You also get free ATM fee rebates up to $120 per year. They also have the free campus checking for teens and those individuals who are in college. And then you also have the free everyday checking, which has a little bit less features. It does not require a opening deposit. There are no fees and there is no minimum balance requirement as well. They also have the flagship checking account where you get tiered dividends based on balance. So you earn dividends with a daily ending balance of at least $1,500. Okay, so let's get into the secret sauce of how you actually get higher limits with Navy Federal Credit Union, how you can get up to that Black Navy Federal flag credit card. So Navy Federal is a unique credit union. They are the top credit union in the United States, I believe, and one of the best. So the way that you get products with high limits with Navy Federal is through building a relationship. They have something called a internal scoring system. So they essentially have their own credit scores. So they both matter, but the relationship is more important. So they reward members who engage in their products and services through an internal scoring system. So the more you use your Navy Federal checking account, you want to make it either your main checking account if you plan on getting high limit credit cards, because they're one of the few credit unions that you can really get high limit credit cards even if you have bad credit because of their own internal scoring system. You want to use your checking account as much as possible. Make sure you don't get any overdrafts and make sure that you're regularly depositing money into that checking account or savings account. You can put a portion of your paycheck in there every pay period. And you want to do that for 60 to 90 days before you apply for any credit cards, because this is going to build your internal score with them. Another thing that you can do is make frequent deposits into a savings account and leave it there. Here's a golden nugget. There is something called a bank rating. So the more that you leave in your checking account or savings account, the higher your bank rating is going to be. This can also help you get approved for higher limit when you apply for credit cards or loans, because they see that you have liquid in your checkings or savings account. Now, once you have established a relationship with Navy Federal and you begin using your checkings and or savings account for 60 to 90 days, you then want to apply for a credit card. They do have a pre-qualification tool that you can use without any hard credit check. So you know which credit card that you're possibly going to be approved for before you apply. And here's a quick tip about Navy Federal. So Navy Federal will do a hard pull on TransUnion every single time you apply for any products that they have. A lot of credit unions will do a hard pull and it will last for 30 to 45 days, sometimes 60 days. But with Navy Federal, they'll do a hard inquiry every single time you apply for something. So keep that in mind. Now, if you jump the gun and haven't really been using your checking account and you don't really have any money in your checking account and you go ahead and apply for one of their credit cards, you may be started off with their secured credit card. But if I were you, I would go ahead and take it because their secured credit cards are one of the best secured credit cards out there. They graduate after 6 months. So if you get approved for a secured credit card, you might as well go ahead and take it because that is going to help you get approved for higher limits down the line. And then they will unlock the deposit that you put into that secured card, give it back to you, and increase your limit and graduate it to the cash rewards credit card, most likely. So this is the secured card right here. You can start with as little as $200, and they do not ask you for proof of income or any documents because of the activity that you have in your checking account. They see that you're putting money in your checking account, depositing portions of your paycheck. You don't have to provide any proof of income. And that's for all of their loan products. Even if you're doing a auto loan, when I got my auto loan, they did not ask me for any documents. So this is how credit limit increases and product changes work with Navy Federal. So if you start off with a secured credit card, you'll have to wait until it graduates, and then that's where you'll get that product change. But if you start off with another card like the green card, which is the cash rewards or the Go Rewards or any of the other credit cards that they have, you can request a credit limit increase 91 days after getting that credit card. The maximum increase you can receive is $8,000 for that initial increase. Then after that initial increase, you can request another increase every 6 months or 180 days. Now, usually after a year of you having a credit card with Navy Federal, if you start off with a cash rewards or you start off with a secured credit card and you change it over, it gets changed over to a cash rewards card, you can usually get that upgraded to a flagship card in a year. And so you can essentially increase your credit limit by up to $8,000 every 6 months until you get up to $80,000, which I believe is the maximum. So initially it's going to be 91 days. Then after that, you do it every 6 months for a credit limit increase. If you have that cash rewards credit card, then you'll get it changed over to the flagship after 1 year. And the flagship, again, is the top credit card. It is the one that goes up to the highest limit. It also has the best rewards. So you can earn up to 40,000 bonus points, which is a total of $400 when you spend $3,500 within 90 days of opening your new flagship account. Plus, you'll score a year of free Amazon Prime. So here's another tip. If you don't get approved for a secured card, you can also refinance your auto loan. If you refinance your auto loan with Navy Federal, you can get as low as a 4.09% APR on a new vehicle, or if it's used, it'll be as low as a 99% APR for up to 36 months. If you stretch it out and do over 36 months, it'll be 4.49 for up to 60 months, and then 5.59 for up to 72 months. If you have a new vehicle, it'll stay under 5%. If you go up to 72 months, it'll go up by a couple of percent. But the refinance auto loans are pretty easy to get, and they have some of the lowest rates in the country compared to other credit unions. All you would need to do is get the payoff amount for your current loan. You can go through your Navy Federal membership login and apply directly for a refinance loan. Put the amount of the actual payoff quote that you got from your lender. Make sure that you do that first, because if you get the numbers wrong, you might end up having to pay a little bit to the original lender because the loan may not cover the whole thing. So make sure you get the right amount. And then once you're approved, they'll just have you sign some documents and they will send you a check in the mail to pay off the original auto loan. It's very simple and easy to do. You can do this even if you have bad credit. So this is a way to save a lot of money because, again, they have some of the lowest rate for auto loans out there. You can even refinance student loans. So either the student can do it or the parent can do it and save on interest. So there's a lot of different loan products that Navy Federal offers. They also offer personal loans. And also keep in mind, like I said before, they will do a hard pull every time you apply for a loan. So their personal loans go up to $50,000. So you can get as little as $250 and as high as $50,000. And the rates go up to percent, which is kind of high, but it is still lower than a lot of other banks and credit unions right now. Also, they do same day funding. So if you have an emergency, you can get this money deposited into your Navy Federal checking account the same day, depending on the time that you apply. If it is very late at night, you might get it the following day. Now, another major tip is their savings secured loan. If you don't get approved for any other loan product or credit card from Navy Federal, you can also get a savings secured loan. A lot of people get as little as $250 deposited into a savings account. They call Navy Federal, because this is the only way that you can do it, is if you call them or you go into a branch and apply and say that you want a savings secured loan. They will give you a loan based off of the amount that you have in your savings account. They'll lock that up and you won't be able to use that amount, but they'll deposit the loan that you get into your checking account. And once you have paid down that loan, that money is then released again into. A lot of people quickly pay off most of the loan and then just make small monthly payments every single month to build up their credit history. And also that builds up your internal score with Navy Federal so that you can get approved for other loans and other credit cards. Now, last but not least is the business side. You can also get a business checking account, and they also have a business credit card as well as business loan. With the business membership, you do have to provide different documents and you have to do the business checking account application over the phone. So you have to make sure that you have all of your documents ready and with you before you call into Navy Federal to get this set up. Okay, so here's a secret bonus that I'm going to give you for the serious people who stayed and watched the entire video. This is some information that can help you out a lot and save you a lot of money. So if you get one of Navy Federal's credit cards, you can actually cash out the money that is on your credit card and put it onto their Go prepaid debit card. This debit card is also able to be used at AM locations. So if you put money from your credit card onto this debit card, you can take that money off and get cash at the ATM. So with the Go prepaid card, you can have up to 5 prepaid cards for family members, caregivers. You can monitor spending as well as even give it to, or use it for bill subscriptions, online shopping. And they have a app. So you would get the prepaid card, load the money onto the prepaid card, and go ahead and withdraw it at the ATM. So down here, this is proof that this is what you can do. You'll download their app on your phone. And it says right here, you can load funds anytime with your Navy Federal debit or credit card. So the only thing is that you can only spend up to $3,000 per day if it's a point of sale. So if you are using it at the store or online, you can spend up to $3,000 per day. You can also only withdraw $600 per day. And the total load limit is $10,000. There are no activation fees, monthly fees, or purchase fees. So those are the limitations. But this is a way that you can save money on cash advance fees. Instead of getting cash advances, you can do this. So if you found this video valuable, make sure that you like this video as well as subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon to receive notifications on when I release new videos. If you have any questions, comment down below.